Hi, John.
How you doing, Grant?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you doing today?
Good. Let me see if we can get Peter in here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so everything should be up and going. Okay. Is okay. It's seems to be working now. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, just wanted
Brian,
to make sure.
is everyone else present on team?
No, everybody's on Zoom now. It just opened up for me.
Okay, well, I'll get on now then. See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
If everyone's present, we'll get started. I had a problem accessing the link. I guess it was a dead link until just a minute ago. So good evening. Welcome to tonight's public hearing. My name is John Urino. I'm the zoning examiner for the city of Tucson. I conduct zoning and special exception hearings on behalf of the mayor and council. We have one case on the docket for this evening. It's case SE 2240, Verizon, Alvernon Way. Is the applicant's representative present?
Yes, sir. This is Graham Chapman.
Thank you, Mr. Chapman. We'll get to you in just a minute. Mr. McLaughlin, did you want to present the staff report?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is a request by Graham Chapman of Pinnacle Consulting, Inc. on behalf of Sun State Towers for approval of a wireless communication facility located within Randolph Park, approximately 150 feet west of Alvernon Way and 1,300 feet south of Broadway Boulevard. The project is proposing a wireless communication tower disguised as a broadleaf tree or a mono elm with a height of 70 feet and will be placed within a 900 square foot lease area. The proposed stealth tower is in compliance with the performance criteria for a wireless communication facility and is consistent with the policies and intent of the Arroyo Chico Area Plan and Plan Tucson. The proposal is designed to blend in with its surroundings, and it will help with improvement of telecommunication services in the area. Staff recommends approval of the request. And as of today, we have 0 approvals and 0 protests on this request.
Thank you, Mr. McLaughlin. Mr. Chapman, would you please state your name and address in relationship to this case?
Of course. My name is Graham Chapman. I'm a site acquisition specialist working for Pinnacle Consulting. I'm working on behalf of Verizon Wireless and Sun State Towers.
Thank you. Mr. Chapman, would you explain to me Verizon's need for a tower at this height in this location?
Certainly. The goal of this project is to fix the gap in coverage along the south and east areas of this proposed site. And it's always Verizon's first priority to always look for co-location opportunities first before building a new tower. However, our RF coverage maps show that that is an impossibility. We are wanting to build the 65-foot structure in the proposed location because there's no other co-location opportunities. I can also share my screen if needed to show the RF coverage maps that I'm talking about. But within a quarter-mile search ring, the only closest sites do not have the verticality needed to support Verizon's required 61-foot center line for their equipment. And those areas that do have those towers already have good coverage. The other existing towers that do have the verticality needed are too far away at what was stated in the staff report, 0.7 miles southwest, to suit Verizon's needs. So
Well,
that
thank
is,
you.
that is the why we need the tower.
Thank you, Mr. Chapman. Did you want to add anything further?
Some other things that I could add further is that we intend to abide by all of Tucson's stealthing regulations by making this, as you said, a mono elm design and abiding by all of the other requirements of a stealthing application, such as coloring and painting the antennas to match with the artificial branches and starting them no more than 15 feet above grade. I know for certain tower setback requirements in Tucson, it is a 2-to-1 tower height to setback requirement to any property line zoned residential or commercial. And our setback table in our project will show that all setbacks to each property line, regardless of whatever zoning designation the neighboring properties are, follow this rule. We are also going to be abiding by Tucson's noise requirements, as this is going to be a silent facility. The generator on site is only a backup and/or emergency one, thus it will not be emitting any sound. And
Great.
I think that is all I have to say.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chapman. Would anyone else in the audience present like to be heard on this case? Hearing no one, I'm closing the hearing on case SE 2240. Thank you for participating and have a safe evening. Good night.
Thank you. I appreciate it. If I do have one final question, if that's okay.
Sure.
So on page, I believe it was, well, we submitted the application under the assumption that we would have a CMU block wall to surround the lease area. Page 4 of the staff report actually lists an 8-foot chain link fence with slats as the recommended standard. So I just wanted to get clarification from you and your team. Can you confirm that Tucson does want the fence with the slats, or are they wanting us to go forward with the CMU block wall?
You applied for and indicated a block wall, is that right?
Yeah, that was our, that is how we applied for the application, yes. And when we got the staff report, that is when we saw that Tucson was recommending the gridiron fence with slats on page 4.
Actually, staff's recommendation would be for a block wall.
Okay. All right,
Okay, well, that
understood.
resolves the issue. Any other questions, Mr. Chapman?
None on my end, sir.
Okay, thank you. And as I said, I close the hearing. Have a good evening.
You too. Have a great
Thank you.
night. Bye-bye.